no doubt pretty happy to start the season the way you did tonight.
Yeah, I just spoke to the boys then and solid start. I thought most players played their role quite well, and the learning from the Glenorchy practice game 2 weeks ago was really good. So, yeah, solid start.
I thought you started really well that first quarter, probably challenged during the middle of the game by the Tigers, and you came home really strong in the end.
Yeah, it was probably a patch in that second. There's 5-10 minutes there where we let them back in the game, and that wasn't our doing either. They played some good footy and were able to get the ball back on their terms and score at will. So, yeah, to go into half-time, 2 or 3 goals up probably didn't reflect where we probably saw it, but good grinding effort after the third term with that fourth quarter to kick away.
What was the message at half-time, I guess, to kick the guys back in gear and play your brand of football?
Yeah, it's just going back to what we do well and how we knew we had to move the footy tonight, and I think we did that after half-time a lot better. Obviously, they like to get numbers behind the footy, and they're playing a spare there for quite some time, which we weren't too displeased about. We had the spare, they had the spare, so we knew that coming in. We just had to make some adjustments with the ball movement.
Half a dozen fresh faces into the team, mate. How do you think everyone performed?
Yeah, I think everyone that came into the side played their role, whether it was Jack Lanham, who was his first TSL senior game, at any level, or Liam Davies from the coast at NTFL level, Doss from Latrobe as well. Played a really good game at half-back. So I thought those guys came in, did what they needed to do. And probably the Glenorchy practice game showed those guys what TSL standard is like. And we're probably lucky we played Glenorchy, which allowed them to be at that level tonight.
Yeah, a bit of talk, I guess, over the off-season about the faces you guys lost, but when you've still got guys like Ponty and Cox Goodyear and a lot of experienced heads, it's hard to, I guess, on the guys you've lost.
Yeah, and our mentality coming into this year, if you're worrying about who you've lost, then you're probably not in the right headspace. So everyone that played today deserved a game of senior footy, and I think everyone showed that they're capable of playing at the level. Different group, yes, this year, but the way we go about things will stay the same.
Yep, 6 goals from yourself, mate. No doubt pleased with your own performance tonight.
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest. It is what it is. I'll kick some today, Brad will kick some next week, Josh will do the same the week after. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter to me who kicks the goals or my own performance. It's my job as a coach to develop this group. Yeah,
is it good, I guess, to get on the road early in the season, round 1, get that one out of the way, and then obviously next week against Clarence back at home?
Yeah, next week at home will be nice. We'll be settled. It was probably a little bit unsettled today. We haven't really travelled. We've played all our practice games in the north, so for those guys coming into our system, they haven't travelled to a ground. It's a night game as well, so it's something different again. They probably won't get, we won't get it until Glenorchy in the last round, where we play night time again. So a little bit unsettled pre-routine, but to get back home next week, play Clarence. With this group we have, we'll just get settled.
Yeah, just a quick comment, mate. Jay Lockhart, obviously a former premiership player and a teammate of yours, made his AFL debut tonight. Kicked a goal early, yeah. I think. Just a comment on, a guy that's gone about probably the longer way, played TSL, gone to the VFL and proven he can match it at that level. Yeah, I mean, everyone that's played with Jay, and even guys that haven't played, were so proud this week. We're just really chuffed for him. He deserved it. He made the decision to move away from the TSL to go to the VFL system and learn that. And he's shown, what hard work can do. And we've also got Taryn making his debut as well. He was a late inclusion. I think they might play tomorrow. I don't know if they play. Yeah, so he's going to play AFL footy as well. So that's 2 North players from 2 seasons playing in the AFL. It's a really good tip to how our footy club is running things at the moment, that we're able to prepare guys to play at that level. Probably disappointed not to get the result, but I thought that middle part of the game, you were probably in it right up until probably midway through that third quarter.
Yeah, it was a funny game. We sort of got on the rope straight away. Start wasn't great. 5 goals down at quarter time, and then they showed their class in the last quarter, and they smelt the blood in the water and really finished us off. But yeah, we're really pleased with our second and third quarter. Thought our ball movement was really good, and probably our pressure around the contest and the way we applied ourselves to that. It was really pleasing for 2 quarters, but you can't play 2 quarters against North Lonnie. That's why they're the best team in the comp. So yeah, some good takeaways and also some really good things to work on that that we can address and move forward in the next part of the season.
Yeah, felt like coming in at 3/4 time, I heard you say to the boys just to put the foot down, if North Lonnie come, just to keep coming and keep coming. Did you feel like, even though you didn't get that score on the board in the last quarter, the boys fought the game out? Or?
Yeah, I thought our backline was under a bit of pressure there. Look, they set up really well behind the ball. We probably just not went away from our structures, or I think they're just so disciplined with what they do, and we're trying to claw back a 3-goal disadvantage, and I think they just set up really well, and we got a little bit of see ball get ball sort of thing, and let them have what they want, and we just found it really hard to exit our defensive 50, and I don't think we transitioned it too well or too much, and really had the game in our half of the ground for much.
Yeah. Looked like Kieran Lovell's impact around the footy, you can tell he's been in that AFL system for a few years, just the way he moved around the ground and all.
Yeah, Kieran's great. He's got that great agility, and I think he's still very high up all-time draft camp for his agility test and his 20-metre. I think the real benefit of having Kieran is you see what Ryan Matthews does now without so much attention on him. I think you watch Ryan every week and you don't realise until you go back how much of an impact he's had around the contest. So that's going to be great for him. And then hopefully after our bye, we'll add Lockie Clifford back into that mix. Should be right for our next game after his ankle injury from last year. So it's going to Kieran's going to cop a lot of attention, and he knows that going in, but he's got the work rate to work through that, and he's only going to get better as the year progresses.
Yeah, speaking about Ryan, obviously he went down mid last year with that injury, mate. How was his pre-season, and what did you make of his performance tonight in the first game?
Yeah, Rhino was fine. It was great. I think it was the first time since he's been in Tassie he's done a lot. He's done pretty much the whole block pre-Christmas, especially conditioning wise. He always impacts. He plays his roles. He's at the bottom of every pack. He's super clean with his hands. He spreads hard from the contest, and I think him and Kieran are going to form a nice combo, and just having him back in the team, his leadership as well, like him and MD, they really sort of are those generals on the field for us.
Yeah, I thought Hugh Johnson battled really well on the ruck tonight against Alex Lee.
Yeah, Huey was awesome. It was one of the better games that he's played. I think he played some great footy last year, but his impact. He was catching the ball. His work rate defensively was really good. Between him and Lockie Griggs, I think they saved us a lot with their intercept marking ability, which was really good. It was pleasing to see Hugh play like that.
Yeah. Jared Drew come off injured at some point, mate? Or?
Yeah, true. I think he must have had the black cat go across his path over the course of the pre-season, because he copped a corky in his calf in our practice match against the Devils, and a head knock as well with a bit of concussion. So he's sort of been carrying that calf for a few weeks, but he got through training fine, and I think it was a corky in the knee this time. So hopefully he's got all that bad luck out of the way, and with the bye he should be right for Lauderdale. But it wasn't great that we couldn't get a full game out of Drewy, but he'll be fine.
Another one of the new recruits, Mickey Paul, bobbed up and kicked two, mate. Obviously gave you that real big presence down in the forward line tonight. Yeah,
I think, like I said Thursday in the media, it's just great to have some shape forward of the ball. He's got great energy. He's really a good vibe player, but he's an imposing physical presence as well. You saw him throw himself into some centre bounces tonight, which he's got licence to do. We like him to do that, and I think the boys walk a bit taller when Mick's running and leaping at the football, and you saw he's going to be a tough cover most weeks. So there's no pressure on Mick to come in and be the saviour and kick 4 or 5 goals a week. If he just launches at packs and takes a good defender every week and plays his role for us, he's a great addition to us. And I think you saw a little bit of a sneak peek of that tonight. And as he adjusts to tempo and probably we tidy up our delivery to him as well, he's only going to get better.
Yep, week off next week and then back against Lauderdale in round 3, mate. Is it hard to come out, play round 1 and then kind of go back into pre-season modes really and have a week off and then be back out the week after? Yeah,
we tried to we staggered our practice matches for that very reason, because we knew we had practice match week off coming into round 1. So we'll know in a couple of weeks whether that's worked or not. But it's good. It's good to have these challenges. It's a tough start. There's no secrets about it. It's last year's grand final, last 2 years grand finalists, and we had a great game with Lauderdale down at Lauderdale last year, where we nearly pinched one off them. So we'll get to work over the next 2 weeks. So it's good to have 2 weeks to prepare for it. So we'll have a look at what they did against North Hobart today, and I think they've got Lonnie down at home next week. So we'll get a good look at them and prepare as best we can. can, and launch into it and see how we go.
They finished really well against North Harbour today. I think they kicked 9 unanswered in the last. Do you look at that as a coach and kind of see where you can stop that run on if they do that against you guys?
Yeah, I think we got some pretty good on-the-job training at that tonight. I think, was 3-goal margin at three-quarter time and around 10 goals at the end of the game. So, yeah, when Lauderdale get their tail up, they're not North Launceston. They're really ruthless. They really finish the game out well. And down there, they're pretty tough. I think it's going to be really good. Really looking forward to, the midfield battle down there with like Bell Chambers and Bryce against Rhino and Kieran. That's worth coming to watch the footy, in a couple of weeks' time for that. So another big test for us, which is good. It's good to get these early gauges and we can give ourselves a real gauge of where we're at, and then we can attack, the next part of the season after that.